right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the second semi-finals of the Searching for a Scrap welterweight division. Calling out fighter number 1, fighting out of the red corner, representing Lions Den. Let's make some noise for British.
Yeah, I told you, Dino, that when you talk about big welterweights, this is definitely one to look at. The first time he competed at Searching for a Scrap coming up from Durban, I actually interviewed him in Durban. I got to see him in his home gym. And he came up here, and on weighing day, he got on the scale. I told him to get off and get back on because I thought the scale might be broken.
Wow,
this is a big unit, folks.
He's a big man.
As his first 5 fights, all knockouts. Jeez. Fight number 6 was a finish by submission.
I mean, this guy's weighing in at welterweight. What is he weighing now? I mean, he's looking close to about 90 kilos now.
He has underboob.
Massive.
As a welterweight.
Massive welterweight.
And he hits like a truck.
Sure of that. Durban boys, presume he's Zulu. Zulus love to fight.
It's actually also Congolese, I think, originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with a name like British, maybe that he gets that because he looks a bit like a British bulldog.
Yeah, he is a big unit, folks. And as I said, first 5 fights were all knockouts. And then when I interviewed his team, they were saying, oh, he has a great ground game and judo. I was like, well, are we going to see it ever? Because all he's doing is just knocking people out.
Look, the fight starts standing, so why even go to the ground, you know?
And then in fight number 6, which was against Harriman, he actually came away with a submission. So we got to see some of that ground game that the guys were talking about.
A massive welterweight.
Let's get Cedrick in.
And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, representing PESFA from PE. Let's put our hands together for Cedrick Mbala.
Cedrick, the number 1 seed in the tournament, but he has got a massive test here against British. We saw the number 2 seed in the tournament, Eliezer Kubanza, coming away with a win. So he went according to form in his division, or his side of the draw, rather, the bracket. He's made it now through to the final. The predictions were that Cedrick would make it through as the number 1 seed and face him in the final. But I'm sure British has a couple of things to say about this one.
Looks like it. We know the caliber of the fighters coming out of PESFA. Chris Bart, legend here in South Africa. Very good fighters coming out of his gym. Got a nice new stock of fighters coming, young guns coming through there. Very interested to see the way this one goes.
Yeah, Cedrick's definitely one of the future stars to come out of that gym. This kid is unreal. His submission game is just insane. As I said, he got one of the fastest submission finishes I think I've ever seen. A guy shot, he sprawled, got him, got the takedown, well, got the finish all in under about 20 seconds with transitions, with everything. It was mind-blowing how quick this kid is.
That's the pedigree of Chris Bright there, obviously. Master jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's been at it a long time. You know, Chris was fighting when I just got back from London. Chris was already a household name here, fighting on the Durban shows. Been around a long time, and I think he fought. He was 40 when he fought Adam. So old man's got gears, and I'll take strength from that.
Well, here we go. Let's get up to Pietro and get this one started.
This bout is 3 3-minute rounds of Fightstar Searching for a Scrap welterweight action. And our referee for this match is Ferdi Basson.
Yeah, so 2 out-of-towners facing each other in the semi-finals here. One from Durban, one from PE. Shows how Fightstars has grown and how the show has grown. As I said, you can have a look now at British. That is a massive human being for a welterweight.
Wonder what Cedrick's thinking to himself. Don't let him grab me. Don't let him hit me. Oh,
straight for the shot.
Straight for the shot.
You can see the power there by British. Oh. Look at the size of those arms around his neck. Cedric there, staying very composed, not getting too flustered by the neck being up there. He's got his opponent up in the air now.
Oh, great
Big
slam.
slam. This is where Cedric wants to be. He wants to have his opponent on his back. This is his game. This is where he wants to live. We've heard from British's team that his ground game is good. It's definitely going to be tested against a guy like Cedric. British, they got the neck. The only problem he's got here is he is a big guy with a lot of muscle. He doesn't want to gas those arms out this early in the fight.
Cedric is on the opposite side. Shouldn't allow him to be able to, British to be able to finish him here. So looking for the cross face there. Should be stuffing that cross face, turning his chin the other way. Looking to trap the arm
trapped,
there.
almost. Corner there, telling British to stay calm on his back. Doesn't have to do too much. He's not eating much punishment. He's just in the position on his back. But Cedric not doing too much to inflict major damage or better his position at this point. So at this point, it's more just a guy lying on his back as opposed to actually losing the fight in any other way.
It is a game of chess when it gets down there. So I'm sure they're moving carefully, calm, calculated.
Cedric's got his arm there between the legs as well to stop his opponent from doing anything in terms of moving around too much or moving into positions he doesn't want him to be in.
Known as a cradle grip, it is there. It's there to pin his hips down. You see all the strength is in the hips. If you take the hips away from them, they don't really have much strength left.
He's trying to move over the legs there, but almost got caught in between. There he gets
it
over. He's got the mount now. It's a bad position for Cedric to be in.
He's going to posture. He's going to try posture up.
He's going to go. It looks like he's going for the arm.
He's going to posture
Managed
up
to
here,
get
look for some
his head
ground
out.
and pound. Put some pressure on British to give his back. Certain of it. You can see the ground and pound coming now.
35 seconds for him to finish this one. British is very strong. But he's eating shots now from the bottom.
25 seconds to go. Oh, he's doing really well, Cedric. Yeah, ground and pound to the back.
15 seconds left.
Textbook jiu-jitsu.
Can he get a
For
choke in?
MMA there. Mount, put pressure, take the back, and look for the choke.
No, he's not going to get in before the round ends. Good round by Cedric. He's dominated the round, but won't be able to get the finish.
Should just offload some shots here.
Good first
buzzer.
round.
Good first round. Cedric shooting almost straight away. He knows the power in British's hands.
As I said, this is a very different level of competition that these guys are in now. The Searching for a Scrap show has definitely shown the talent that the African continent has, and these guys are ready to turn pro anywhere. You can see by the shape they're in, the conditioning they're in, the skill level of these athletes.
You know, the African continent is known as a continent of warriors. We have many indigenous great warrior tribes from this continent. So, you know, I think it's a matter of time before we arrive on the world stage. I think the rest of the world has kind of forgotten about Africa.
Until they saw Francis Ngannou stretch some necks out.
Yes, true that. And the likes of France Malambo and so on. So it's a matter of time before we arrive on the world stage.
Yeah, I think Francis Ngannou was one of the first ones where people went, oh, damn, where's he from?
Yeah.
Well, here we go, round two. Let's see if Cedric employs the same thing and see if British managed to land anything on the way in. It's definitely a game of chess between these two. The one wants to land the big punch, the other one wants to take it back to the ground. We did see in the fight against Riyad Pandey that British was a slow starter. He was the first round, just feeling it out. Second round, he just landed one of those massive bombs. You can see Cedric's eyes very big. They're focused on his opponent, watching every move. He wants to get it back to the ground. And there we go, straight under the punch. Great strength shown by British, though. It's good movement by Cedric. He managed to duck right under the punch and get the leg.
With a fancy flare kick there. British unfazed. He's very calm. He's looking for that to counter with that big right hand.
Can hear the corner of Cedric there saying, push forward. Don't wait for him. Go straight for the takedown again. Good sprawl there by British. He's got all his weight on top of Cedrick now. He's going to try and flip him over.
British going for the handbrake there on the ankle. Stopping Cedrick, getting strength to pull that single leg through.
He's got the ankle there, British, so it is very tough for Cedrick to do too much from here. And again, he has got all that weight on top of him as well. That is going to sap your energy. Got his opponent trapped. He's just landing big shots on the side of the head.
Some shots there on the ear. Never nice.
Now Cedrick now covering up with the shoulder. He's eating some big shots.
Relentless on the takedown. At what point is he going to decide his safety is more important?
You can see there he's still going to grab the ankle. He's making sure that Cedrick can't drive through. Cedrick there getting back to his feet this time.
Another shoot
Straight
by
for the
Cedrick.
shot.
You can see he doesn't want to stand with this man.
Corner telling British the same thing. Grab the leg. Make sure that he can't drive through. Eating some punches again through the bottom of the arm. See, this is the one where a round like that is very tough to judge. Cedrick, the one's going for the shots. He's not actually completing any of the takedowns. British is landing shots almost from his back, lying on top. Who do you give the round to in a situation
the
like
takedown's got to be completed in order for you to score the points. So, you know, British stuffed that takedown, got into a dominant position and was offloading the shots. I think he's going to have to pip that one for me.
That would make it a 1-1 going into round number 3. It's a
1-1.
very close fight. As I said, this was my pick for potentially fight of the night before the card started. It's the first round was definitely a great one. Second one, a bit less action, but still a good fight. Both very technical fighters.
Both very technical. Cedrick's made it clear he's just going to shoot from the offset. Like to see him mix it up, maybe throw his hands a bit before the shot. Get British to move backwards, might make his takedown attempt a little bit easier. Might help him to succeed.
Well, here we go for round number 3. This is going to be the decider, in my opinion, of who's going to win this fight or not. It's all going to come down to who wants it more. Both of these guys still look fresh, though.
Leave it all in the cage is what we say.
You can see Cedric still bouncing quite a bit. British looking a bit heavier on those feet. He ate a punch there as well. Cedric landed. Oh, there's one of those punches. If that lands flush, Cedric could have a problem. Goes for the shot again, sprawled by British.
His posture's not right for the takedowns. Shooting with his bum in the air.
Managed to duck under the punch there. I think he's going to complete this one. He's got both legs. Manages to drag British down to the ground.
Does get the completion of it.
You can see there, Cedric's got both legs trapped underneath. So all he has to do here is just work his way up the legs.
Sitting on his knees makes it very difficult for British to use his strength and power. You can see Cedric sitting on the knees there.
Now, if he can work his way up, he'll move his way right into a mount position. That'll be a very bad place for British with 2 minutes left.
Personally, Cedric should just stay there, stay just above those knees, lock his legs up and just look for the ground and pound. He has moved up higher now, controlling British with his head.
You can see they're taking time to listen to his corner. He's got 1.5 minutes left to work from the top. British might be a bit tired here. He's looking like he's definitely slowing down. He's landing shots now. He's going to give up his back. This is where Cedric's world is. This is where he wants to be. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds to work, open his opponent up.
30's nice and close. You can see he's watching them there.
You can see British just rolling over there, not giving up his back. He's just going to eat shots. He looks like he is tired.
You don't normally
He's not intelligently defending himself.
That's
He's
Chris
just
Bright,
eating
jiu-jitsu,
shots.
guys, man, very difficult to get them off.
Faddy's saying to him there, you must move or I'm going to stop it. There
And
you
he's
go.
in there, stops it. Great win by Cedric. Definitely a future prospect.
So there we have it. The 1 and 2 seed making it through to the final. A lot of muscle there the British had to carry through that fight, and I think all of those takedowns definitely took their toll.
Definitely.
Looking definitely tired.
This cutting weight for this guy must be a nightmare.
Great win by Cedric. Goes true to form, the number 1 and number 2 seed, making it through to the final of Searching for a Scrap Season 3. Folks, watching the head kick of Eliezer, the ground and pound, the jiu-jitsu game of Cedric, this is going to be an absolute smashing
I can still feel that
final.
Eliezer head kick ringing in my ear, to be honest.
It was a big one.
Definitely the KO of the night. Definitely.
But it's going to be an interesting fight against someone like Cedric. His ground game, his takedowns. It's going to be a great fight for these two guys.
Definitely the case.
Let's cross over to Pietro and get the official decision.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, some more amazing Fightstar Searching for a Scrap action. Let's hear it for these two gladiators, ladies and gentlemen. Referee stopped this bout 2 minutes and 2 seconds into round number 3, declaring your winner via TKO from the blue corner, Cedrick Mbala.
Let's give these guys another big round of applause. Congratulations to both athletes. Mr. Cedrick Mbala. Good win there, sir. So obviously the number 1 and number 2 seeds when the show started, making it through to the final. Give us your thoughts on your opponent in the final and also what your thoughts were on this fight.
First of all, I thank my Lord for this power He give me. Second time, I thank my best team, House of Tinkerbell. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Bright, he's my coach. He's my everything. Like I say, Chris is putting his mind, his energy, himself on me. And I'm going to do it again and again. FS36 family in PE, thanks a lot. I'm coming home, baby. Champ is here. You want some?
Come get some.
You can come, you can get some, baby. Anytime you want, I'm here, baby. Yeah, like I say, I'm here.
Well, there you have it, guys. The final of Searching for a Scrap Season 3. Eliezer Kubanza, Cedrick Mbala, all of that taking place on the 2nd of December. It is now official. Fightstars will be taking place at Brave Combat Week on the 2nd of December at Sun City. You'll be seeing Cedrick Mbala and Eliezer competing at the final. Give us your thoughts on your opponent.
Yeah, Eliezer is going to be a second time I'm going to meet him. He's a tough guy, but I'm going to do it again and again. The first match, I did win that fight. This is going to be a rematch, and I'm going to do it. That's why they call us FS36. That's why I'm Chris Brightside. On Brightside, I don't afraid of no one. Whatever tall you are, or whatever heavy you are, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to submit you. I'm here, baby. Come get some, baby.
There you have it, guys. Big round of applause for these guys, and we'll see you on the 2nd of December in the final.